Right, I want to talk to you about the Morons. What's your vision with them?
When there was like 3 or 4 of them, I was just like, I'll just put them on a little bit, get them selling weed, and just do what they wanted to do. There was no like long-term vision, but it seemed to have multiplied. So there's not really the man. Like, I don't know. I was just like, get them selling weed and just see where it goes, see what they do.
Because a lot of people like them, yeah, and I'm like, part of me is on maybe absorb them into Manor, whoever fits, right? Voucher system, all of that, yeah. Or alternatively, this in front of us is wasted territory. We wanted to do a Southside takeover, right? I threw the idea out there earlier of getting them the satellite that Vargos have, because we know the guy who has it, putting them in the barrio and potentially having a second set of Manor.
Right, the problem with that is they were gonna buy the second satellite for Grove, and then he decided we're not that arsed about the weed and f***ed it off. Thankfully they did that, because a few days later the satellite was worthless.
Well, I mean, they don't even need the satellite, they could just move to the barrio. I just thought, if there's 6, 7, 8 of them and they're all doing shit together, realistically we're probably not going to take all of them. So if they wanted a reality where they're all going to continue to be together, them being a separate set of Manor but working closely with us could potentially fulfill that.
Potentially. Another option, not that I'm pushing for this, but if you do absorb some of them, then the ones that don't make it are still going to be what they are now, which is friends, and the boys can still do stuff with them, and their boys can still. Nothing much will change. It's more the only point in which it changes is when you put a label on it, and when it comes to gang shit. It's like, for lack of a better word, when it comes to war or getting into another gang, they won't be there. But everything else, I mean, it'll stay the fucking same. Nothing will change. You can speak to them, but the last time I tried to push them to do something for themselves, which was to get in the satellite and whatever,
They're not really on it, no?
Nah, they were like, it's just a wild
I mean,
bunch.
ultimately that's what matters. If they're not trying to do that, then that isn't going to work.
Yeah, could have a conversation. It could have changed. Like, their mind could have changed. But I also do know that that's running behind us in the middle of the road, if sort of claiming the barrio, which is Irish. So they would be going straight into potential conflict, and they have had conflict with him before.
I heard about this Irish guy today. I asked if it's a gang, and they was like, no, it's just like a friendship group or like a family, they said.
But he says that they hold down the barrio, or at least he said that to me. So it's a tricky one.
Really?
Yeah, because the Morons robbed him for some moonshine, and they end up in a little back and forth. And then he was like, well, we hold down the barrio, like that's like, we're not a gang or anything, but that's where we live and stuff. I was like, well, that's a bit techie.
Yeah, but you can't be not a gang and holding down the barrio.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
but in all fairness to Irish, he has got his little mortar market and all that out at the barrio.
I hear that, but I still don't like it. Do you know what I mean?
Speak Irish,
like,
and then you need
you
need to listen to him and get what his position is in there. Because I can say, like, you said this, but it might have changed now. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Are they not? No, they're not the Hounds. The Hounds.
Because I pulled up earlier, there was hella man here just selling, and I went up to him and was like, "Oh, what do you do?" And it's just like, "Oh yeah, just friend of Irish."
You would need to speak Irish to get a gauge on what is going on, what he is to the barrio and what the barrio is to him.
When did he move in there?
A while ago.
Well, like, he started claiming it a while ago.
I think like maybe a month or so. Is it a month? Maybe.
Yeah, it's a bit late then to pull him and have a meeting and be like, as you're new to the barrio, we wanted to talk.
And the thing is like, if you want to put them and set them up on something, and then they just go straight into a conflict with Irish as a lot, it's just. But conversation with Irish would probably be able to settle out what's going on down in there. But if you want to speak to the Morons and see what they want to do, because I mean this whole thing might be fucking pointless, because they were like, we're not really interested in setting our own thing up. The amount of graft and all that type of shit would really.
It wouldn't be easy.
It definitely wouldn't be, especially now.
Getting money would be easy.
Well, they haven't got the relationships.
Yeah, but that's why being a second set of us, whatever relationships and connections we have, they have as well. But
property would be a nightmare.
Property is going to be their kryptonite.
I mean, they do have a house there already, which is sort of HQ for them, but
Yeah, I'll speak to both then. I want to speak to that Irish McIrish guy though.
Who's this?
Marlon.
Oh yeah, I like Marlon.
I'm not calling him Malcolm though. He's Marlon from now on.
Yeah, I
don't know
made
about
that
Rich.
name, so I'm
Rich
fine
is
with
a bit-
everyone.
Rich needs to. I don't know. You need to have a talk with Simon as well,
Why?
Who, me?
because his relationship with Cyprus is actually starting to piss me off a little bit.
What do you mean? What
It's
happened?
not that bad. John's hating a little bit.
I'm not hating. Bro, you rang them and tell them we're doing a bank truck. What you on about?
No, he did. When did he do
He
that?
did it the other day. He always rings them.
That's some
Every
mad
time we do a
shit.
bank truck, he always ends up on the phone with them. And he's like, well, it's my boy. It's Sean
Yeah,
Cranston.
this is Matt part 2. Oh,
What
just
the
do it. Go on then. Oh,
You good, bro?
I'm good now.
Do you need any bandage or anything?
You need to speak to Anthony Murphy. That's
Well,
good.
with Harry
Who the
D,
fuck
bro.
is- I haven't really met any of the morons. Like, I've seen him in passing, but not like properly.
I'll be real. My favorite one's Harry D. He's just funny as. He's like. He gives
Mine's
me Matt
Nex.
vibes. Nex is cool as well, but nah, I thought with Harry D.
Next,
the most.
next is a Simon.
Harry D gives me Matt, but like less of an ego vibes.
Mad.
That,
Above it now.
that Simon situation you're talking about is literally what I had to used to deal with Matt and Hydra back in the day. You remember that, Jim?
Yeah.
Love Simon a bit, but he winds us up when he rings them. Because he rings them for everything.
Matt used to be
And I hate
for it,
them.
bro.
I mean, Ray was asking if the Morons are our street team. I was like, unofficially. I was like, there's no label, and it's not official, but we do a lot of shit together. So, like, if we explain to you how much shit we do, you would say that we're a street team. So it's a unofficial street team, I guess.
I just liked the idea of this whole other set thing because everyone's so samey nowadays. Yeah, I was saying to John, Jim, I was asking about the Morons and if they like wanting to stay as like a group, because if they were potentially getting them as like a second set of Manor and getting them to take over the barrio, like a street team vibe, but more separate.
Not a barrio, bro. Nothing ever good has ever come from the barrio, bro.
Covenant, get them on Covenant.
Yeah, but Grove was cursed until we stepped to it.
Still is.
Still cursed. We get smoked by the besties every day.
Yeah, but not everything's about a shootout.
No, I'm only trolling, but I don't know. I feel like at least Harry definitely would be interested in joining us.
Well, this is what
From the
John
way
said.
that-
He
from the
said
way that,
just
like,
bring a few in.
if the people that I would say have been doing the most of us is Harry and Evan, and then after that it's probably Anthony, and then after that it's Nex.
Yeah. I do just like, I don't know.
I'll
It's,
be
one of
real, I
them,
genuinely-
it's just a bit boring. I feel like because everyone nowadays, when they come to the city, they go one of 4 ways in gangs. It's like a 4-way split.
But I do feel
there's
like
just nothing
part of
new
that is
starting these
because
days.
yeah, but I feel like that's just because making something new is just AIDS.
But it would, if it's like that though, it wouldn't be making something completely new because they'd be essentially like built by us, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm always open for anything.
The thing is though,
I
I don't
would
want to
kind of
just
side
like,
more with John.
do it
where-
with the wrong people, because if they're actually good for the group, yeah, you don't want to put them in that if they would strengthen us, like main manner.
Not even that. It's a fact that like, you wake up, you go to Red Brick, and there's just a bunch of people about you. You
Yeah.
get chats of people and that.
Exactly.
I know there's like, I know we've all sort of had this thing with block floaters, but at the same time, I feel like people hanging about in the neighborhood, it's like, it's all, I don't know, it makes you just fucking.
Yeah, I
is
like it.
good.
I
You
know
just
what I
like
mean?
the idea of
I like
life
to-
outside of Grove.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I mean that is true. But I was
'Cause we
saying
spent so much
about a
time
month ago.
chatting at Grove, but barely any time like anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't know. I was saying about a month ago. I missed like back in a day when you could walk out the door and it'd be like us, CG,
Yeah, exactly, bro.
everyone. Like everyone was just on Grove, right? But
But it was different groups. It weren't just like all manner.
The thing is, though, that was the early days when people were finding
Yeah.
out where they were. You know what I mean? Everyone's like
But there'll be
finding out where
some
they were,
life because
so.
now that the record label is no longer mine,
yeah, that'll be good.
there'll be artists and that coming and going from that building.
Hopefully that lasts.
Hopefully.
I believe in Andrea though. He seems
about
like he's got
Rich?
good shit.
I like Rich.
Yeah, Rich is like another Sloomy, really.
He clutters the out of the radio though.
He does. He
Oh,
don't shut the up, bro. Sometimes I have to like put my phone on silent and just take 5 minutes away from him, bro. But I do like him.
Crazy, it's what I do with you.
Every time I've done like any sort of like intense situation with him, he's like all over radio. But
Yeah.
like not really saying anything important, you know what I mean? Just kind of like speaking for the sake of speaking.
Yeah, he's a bit of a waffler. How do you speak for the sake of
I
speaking?
feel like comes with the language barrier.
he's also
Evan.
around my times as well, so
What do you want?
you know, it's nice to have more people around then.
Yeah.
Big Harry is away.
Yeah, nah, I'll be real, bro. I fuck, like, genuinely, every single one of the morons I do genuinely with, and that's not even on like I want everyone to join the gang thing, but they have genuinely been nice to have around.
No,
I've
they
been
were
helping
helping me
them
with
out
money runs
meth
on the
and
night
that.
and that. Like, they would just
Hey,
come and
really?
bang 4 money runs off of me and Bones. That was the little hit team I was taking around at night times to do the money runs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it'd do any harm giving them a chance, even if it's just a couple of them.
Check
and then
this
see what
as well,
happens.
right? If we do absorb them, I heard Next talk about their armory the other day. They got like 40 guns. We take all that off them, even if they don't make it. We still
Yeah, sick bastard.
finessed.
I know what KTB's up to.
Oh, don't. These are some sensitive gangsters. These.
They are fully sensitive as but you can't do anything with these guys.
Wow, what happened?
Just that shit that happened. You know that meeting that we went to? I was just like, brother, like.
That was some pussy shit, actually, to be fair.
Wait, what was that? I wasn't even there for
Me,
that.
John, and Steve went to meet with him, yeah, and I basically tried to put across to
Jury's been hit
Andre.
again. Leave us alone.
If,
Hey, Rich
Ain't
sees
no
Julie's been hit
way.
again.
bruv.
Oh, well, he done about 3 or 4 jury shows today. I guess someone else
Yeah.
a chance. It would be sick if the morons could get hold of any of the houses on Covenant, bro. That'd be pretty cool. Because then it would just be like extending us.
You need
know what I
4
mean?
mil for a house now, bro. It's stupid.
Yeah.